Welcome, Merry Meet. And now it's your turn, Pisces. So let's see. It seems to me like in 2021 that many of you have been, let me put it this way, justice have been served in some way. Maybe you finally something is going your way after a period of time where things have been going wrong. I feel like many of you have had the need for rest and maybe even a little vacation away from everything to maybe even not work for some time, because I feel like many of you have felt quite exhausted in 2021. Some of you might have cut someone out of your life. 2022 might have been a time where you have cut people out of your life, or other people have cut you out of their life, you know? And I feel like, this is coming to me like, as an example from the spirits is telling me that I should use this example. You know, when, if you are working and your boss is making you take the vaccine, and maybe you have not been willing to take it, but you have felt that you have been forced in some way, you know, so that you are struggling struggling with the side effects from this vaccine. I feel like many of you have been especially vulnerable when it comes to the vaccine, because why the hell is that coming up in a tarot reading, you know? When the spirit's telling me to tell that, I feel like that is very quite important. So, and that has made you feel quite exhausted, that you feel like your strength has left your body, though you might be quite responsible person that is used to working a lot and having a lot of energy, and when you need to push forward and you're doing something that you like, I feel like even though there is, maybe you love your job, but you haven't had the energy to do it like you used to, because of side effects, for example, after the COVID-19 vaccine. I feel like many of you might have felt anyhow, no matter vaccine or not taking the vaccine, that you have felt that the strength have left you in some way, and that you have maybe also had or will have in 2022, because this was 2021. I feel like in 2022 that some of you might have material loss, that in 2022 you might need some stubbornness, because I feel like this year might be a year where may not be your lucky year in some way, that you will receive a great deal of karma, or maybe some of you will be sick, or someone around you will be sick, that you there is some quite psychological pain. And though this might be temporary, this material loss, and that these problems that you will have, that you have to keep fighting, Pisces, because you will get through this. This will not last forever. And right now you need stubbornness and what is that word in English? I feel like because of these temporary problems and this, you might need the perseverance, you know. this perseverance that you need in 2022 will lead to, because the one that hesitates has lost, you know. Keep going, Pisces, because you will get through this. Though the night times will be hard, maybe you have trouble sleeping, maybe some of you have been going through a divorce or some justice matters, you know. And maybe if you are going through a divorce, maybe this material loss is more like, maybe you have to share your material things, you know, that maybe you take the sofa but he takes the kitchen table, you know. So it might be that you are being forced to share in some way, but right now you need perseverance that to get it through, because this need, defend your, stand up for what you believe in, if I can put it that way. And because it seems like you are afraid of taking chances, and that you feel quite psychological weak, or maybe even physical weak, you know, from last year, so that you're taking a bit of this into 2022, Pisces. And your psychological pain should not be shoved under a rug, because it's real, it's quite real. And you are having a tough moment, and been having a tough moment in 2021. This will continue for a bit into 2022. But if you don't give up, Pisces, you will finally start over in a little more stable way. Some of you might be meeting someone new. If you have a child, you know, this is your card, Pisces. So I feel like maybe some of you will have a job offer, or I feel like some of you will try to balance things. Remember that you might have problems with your fluid, your bodily fluid in some way. Maybe your period is the worst time of the month, and is hitting you hard in some way, you know. Some of us have, I very glad I don't have that, but I know some friends, girlfriends of mine, are having quite menstrual pains and troubles, you know, being premenstrual. I think it is that in English too. And overall, your bodily fluid is something you should look into. Maybe some of you are dealing with people that are not honest in some way. Maybe it's you that is acting this way. I don't know. You know that best yourself, Pisces. If you are truthful or sincere, you know. Because it seems like you will meet, have 2022, will meet the world of illusions might be quite dark. Maybe some of you will having troubles with drugs, or as I said, some of you might have to deal with people that is not sincere and truthful to you. Somebody is lying to you, or you are tempted to lie to someone else. You or someone in your life uh, feels like it's difficult to deal and to see through what's reality and what's not reality and illusions, you know, that you feel like you have this dreamy feeling like something is not real, you know, nothing is like it seems, you know. So um, personal relationships and so on and work will suddenly be quite illusory, or they your dreams or your reality will disappear. You know that Pisces is usually, when things get hard, they put on their pink glasses and see world through this dreamy glasses, you know, to cope. And by doing that, you might find out that in 2022 it will not work, this kind of coping mechanism, because it seems like reality will hit you quite hard in 2022, you know. And the advice that I would give you is to listen to your own intuition, you know. I feel like for some of you, you might even have hidden enemies that is working against you, that there are secrets that you are not getting quite hold of, you know. There seems like they are just about getting, you are about to touch it, but as soon as you get this feeling like, oh, are they lying to me, or are they trying to fool me in some way, it disappears for you. You will might have a little bit difficulties in seeing what's real and what's not, because people, there is when the moon is showing itself upside down, you know, it tells you that you might have, there might be some secrets hidden for you, that you might have enemies that is working against you, and it might be hidden in enemies. It might be people that you don't think is doing that to you, because the moon is talking about what's hidden and illusions and so on. So I feel like some of you will also, because it also tells us, especially when it comes upside down, it talks about drugs or escaping, you know, being a drug addict, not being sober, depression, or some of you might have to do with people in jail or in the hospital, you know. And I feel like some of you should be careful about trusting people when it comes to your money. It might be, I will lay some more cards because I feel like we need to get this, find out who this person is or what more. But I feel like there is many Pisces that is using drugs or pain pills or having the need for fluctuations behavior, you know, because of these difficulties, because of this, you know. I feel like many of you is trying to balance through your emotions and money, and you're trying to juggling this addiction with your job or your money in some way, you know, so that, who is this, what more do we need to know about the moon card? What is the moon card telling Pisces? Ge mig någon mer info. If there are hidden enemies that is working against Pisces, tell me. Give me some hints about who it is, or overall, give me the information. Gi meg info om hva fiskene trenger å vite om månens tegn. Hva er det månen kortet opp ned bør fortelle oss? Hva er det månekortet prøver å fortelle oss, spirits? Hva mer trenger fisken å vite om månekortet? Let me see. Okay. I feel like there might be a earth sign, maybe a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is not something Virgos usually do, so I feel like it must be maybe a Taurus or a Virgo in your family. Maybe, how can I put it? There is this, I feel like maybe someone in your family is working against you, as I said, or maybe with this earth sign overall, that you are feeling like there is this fight about your own meanings and your how can I put that? That you have this fight about this will fight, that you are struggling between your own wills, that you, because this is an air card, you know, and the fighting will probably be with words, and that there is a warning about doing that with this earth sign or this family member. It can be quite difficult accepting that you have lost, or letting go of the negative feelings that this fight has created, you know. Maybe you need to reconcile with this earth sign, your family, because you got the 10 of Pentacles the right way, not upside down. So, and that is telling you about happy family life. Maybe there is someone in your family that can help you, or there is someone that is is fooling you around you, that is making you do things, or you know, about these hidden enemies. You know, maybe they are feeling like they are in some competition with you in some way, you know. Let me, maybe competition when it comes to friends. And as I said, this is a will fight. It's a fight with words, and it's psychological, not that you're fighting like in violence and hitting each other, you know. And as I said, these feelings with this family member, or this fight, the negative feelings this fight has created, can be quite hard in letting go. Maybe you need to forgive someone, because it might be strong feelings like jealousy, you know, envy, or even self-pity that needs to be overcome. Maybe you are acting in a self-pity way, Pisces, so that you need to wake up and smell the coffee and just realize that some things you can't go back on. Some things, you know, you can't turn the clock back, and or blame other people with this, Pisces, because it's better to accept this episode and just decide to start over, you know. Maybe you have been on the wrong side with someone that is, maybe there is a family member that is helping you sustain being in this negativity, instead of helping you forgive and start over. And I feel like if you forgive and start over, you will have success, you know. You got the King of Pentacle upside down. And as I said, if it's you, Pisces, that is lying and fooling this other family member, because it can always be vice versa, you know. It can always be vice versa, so that you are the one that is doing this because you are jealous, or you are angry because there has been said some, you both have spoken your mind. And though you're not agreeing with this other family member or this earth sign, you know, that maybe you have not been the one that is quite sincere, because this card is also telling you about hidden enemies, so that it might be someone that you see as family. It might not always be blood. It can also be, you know, someone that you feel like is a motherly figure or fatherly figure to you, that is helping you sustain this negativity. And by doing and having and staying is in this negativity and this negative way of thinking and not letting it go, the only one that is getting hurt by doing that is you, Pisces. Try to forgive or forget, you know. And remember, not everybody must agree with you. But I feel like it might be that someone also is hiding this alcoholism or drug use or addiction, that you are trying to balancing on a thin thread, you know, trying to cope when the help might be quite near, but you are not using it. You know, if you are honest with yourself, that you know that there might be someone around you that can help you, but you are not, because of some silliness, there is something, or maybe because of that you are using drugs, that you are staying in this negativity, you know. And if there has been someone that you have been fighting with, remember, I don't know if you see it better here, I don't know, but I feel like many of you should try to think about who, if someone in your family might be jealous of you in some way, or not wanting you to have succeed, because maybe they are restricting you from forgiving or doing something new, you know, taking a leap of faith into something that will help you and guide you in the right direction, so that maybe because of their own jealousy, that they don't want you to have the positive fruits from that relationship with a family member, so that they restricting you with negative thoughts, you know, saying that, oh, don't forgive them, oh, that is not good for you, be careful, and so on. When in reality, this person might help you a great deal, they might be good for you, but you don't see that because everybody's talking negative and holding you down in some way. And I feel like you should be careful about trusting people, because the moon is not talking about enemies that is clear as the sun is shining on them, you know. They are talking about people that you might think is not thinking negatively about you, are not jealous of you, are not anything like that. It's talking about hidden enemies. And it might be at your workplace, because it's pentacles in around it, you know. So it might be someone at your job, it might even be your boss also, because that behavior you're not accepting or expecting that from a boss, you know. You think that the boss is above you and is thinking otherwise, but it might be that the boss or your colleague that smiles in your face, but when you are not on work, they might say negative things about you and so on. So be careful. So and it might be a friend also. And there is this with the bottom card, when I shuffle the cards for knowing more about the moon card, the bottom card then was 3 of Cups, and that is telling me about celebrations and so on. So maybe some of you are partying too much also in 2022. It's warning about using drugs and escaping reality too much, Pisces. Be careful about having too much fun with your friends, you know, because it you might meet the dark side in a way that you was not expecting, you know. So I feel like there is someone that is lying to you also, and that is something I can't overlook. So oops. change physicians. So let's see, health-wise, psychologically and physically and spiritually, health in 2022. So let's see, Pisces 2022. And I feel exhausted with you, because I feel like there is actually, though you might feel like you might be in a track that is difficult to come up from, you know, that you are in, that you are down in the ditch in some way, but you will be up from that ditch if you just take some initiative to do something about it, Pisces. Don't give up. The one that hesitates will lose. If you know that you have been acting in a negatively way towards someone, be the one to say sorry and ask for forgiveness and let it go and move on. No matter what, if they don't forgive you, or if they forgive you, it doesn't mean that you have to be around that person all the time, you know? But you will, when you forgive, you are actually making your life easier for yourself. Because going and having grudge to people is just tearing on your soul, is eating on your soul, Pisces. You know, and don't go with the fish that is going down. Go with the fish that is going up. Because you can choose whether you want to have more positively way of life or negative. You choose your way. You are the one sign, Pisces, that can actually create your own death and reality, and more than any other sign. Don't learn to talk with a psychiatrist or a health profession that's about learning how to forgive and moving on, or accepting that not everybody is thinking like you, or the world doesn't owe you. That is something that you can create yourself, because no one can create the reality more than Pisces, you know. And you have this way of, when things get hard, you pull yourself back from the world and put on your pink glasses and create your dream world. And but that dream world can also bring you no further in life, or maybe there's a lot of opportunities that you, because you don't want to be the one that says sorry, or you don't want to, maybe you are not, when you have the chance to for success, it seems like many of you won't take it, because you might have a low self-esteem, or you are afraid to take chances, Pisces. But 2022, it's telling you to start over. The one that hesitates has lost. That you should start over and start new, and because you might regret later if you do not take the possibility. Maybe a relative will be gone forever. You know, that if you have an argument with your grandmother or your aunt or your niece or cousin, that you, or sister or brother, that you are not willing to forgive them because of your own stupid reasons, you know, because you are hanging on to the negativity instead of just accepting what's been and let go and start over. And if that uncle or aunt suddenly is gone, or grandmother or whatever is gone, you will feel quite stupid for not forgiving and forgetting, you know, and clearing the air before. Maybe if they pass away or move away, and you will never have the chance to make it good again, because it's clearly telling you the one that hesitates has lost. Pisces 2022, Raphael. I forgot this card fall out. I'll put it there. So let's see. Second opinion. Dear God, Archangel Raphael. Let's see what you have in store for Pisces. Archangel Raphael has heard your prayers and is guiding you to talk with other health professionals to get second, third, or fourth opinions. The Archangel is letting you know that other opinions and alternatives are available to you for the person you're inquiring about. This situation might require more than one health professional working in conjunction with each other, so this isn't necessarily an indication to change doctors unless you have already been receiving that message from your own intuition and experiences. This card validates your urge to take matters into your own hands and become your own authority figure with respect to health concerns. Possible specific meanings are: select a healthcare professional you feel comfortable with and instinctively trust. Research this health topic and take matters more into your own hands. Get a third or fourth opinion until you're satisfied with the answers. And that is especially for those of you that I was talking about the vaccine, you know. Maybe your doctor is not telling you what you are doing. If you don't feel like he's doing something to help you, look for alternative healthcare advice. You know, maybe even from a spiritual teacher that can sense and feel what many doctors are not willing to look into it because they are always right. And if you leave your doctor appointment with an unsatisfied feeling about not getting the help or the answers that you needed. You know that you should seek more opinions from other healthcare professionals. The prayer you can say is, "Dear God and Archangel Raphael, guide me to the best healthcare professionals for this situation." And you got hydration. The healthy condition you're asking about would benefit from an increase in water intake. There seems to be some dehydration involved, which has lowered your energy and created some imbalances. It's time to increase the amount of water that you, for the person from who you're inquiring, that you should drink. Even better, pray over the water prior to drinking. You know, that pray over water prior to drinking it in order to infuse the liquid with healing energy. And you can also put some crystals, charged crystals, and you could charge it and put it into the water and let it rest there for a little while. Just don't do that with the selenite and so on, but do it with quartz crystal, for example. Different quartz that will not be destroyed when it's in touch with water. You know, possible specific meanings. Avoid dehydrating substances such as salt, alcohol, caffeine, and dried fruit. Replace soda with water to keep your body hydrated. Switch to a higher quality drinking water. Drink water throughout the day. Exercise or use a sauna, you know, to detoxify through perspiration. The prayer you can do is, "Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal level throughout each day. Amen." And you also not just didn't get second opinion, you got changed physicians, you know, which is almost talking about the same thing. Oh, let me hold one card. So there. And there. Change physicians. This card indicates that the healthcare professionals you've been working with for the person from who you're inquiring isn't effective for this situation. There seems like some of you, especially those of you that is having these health problems and this lack of energy and strength in 2021 and is still struggling out in 2022, you need to change your doctor or get more opinions, because you got two cards, and that is not so often. Usually it's three totally different cards, but those two corresponds quite well. So change physicians. This card indicates that the healthcare professional you've been working with isn't effective for this situation. Perhaps it's beyond the training or equipment capacity of your present physician, or it may also stem from philosophical differences in personality or views on alternative healing modalities. And that was exactly what I was saying as an extra thing to the second opinion card. So maybe you need to go to someone that can spiritually help you also. Regardless of the reasons, Archangel Raphael is guiding you to a new healer who's better suited to the situation. The first person you think of is the correct answer, and Raphael will provide you with additional information through your feelings, thoughts, and signs. He'll guide you through a smooth and gentle transition so that your health and well-being are upheld at all times. Possible specific meanings are: get a second or third opinion. Be honest with yourself and your physician about your feelings. Change medication or treatment protocol. Know that you deserve a physician who will listen to your concerns and speak to you respectfully. Research alternative treatments. Make appointments to interview other healers or physicians. The prayer you can do or say is: Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. Amen. And I will leave it at that. Like and subscribe. And have a continued blessed full moon. Happy Esbat to all the witches. And I will leave it at that. I hope it helped. If it didn't resonate, it simply means the message was not for you. So maybe, no, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening, Pisces. Good luck, and you got this, you know. Blessed be. Bye. Hej då.